what I think are the two most dangerous words in the Black man's vocabulary.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Look like I'm in a little studio and shit. This shit is start to be a little fun, trying to figure out how to create little sets and shit.
I'm gonna do something with the TV next time, man.
I knew you did that on one of the GRYSKLL calls. Dope. You had the TV playing Hunter in the background or something like that. That was dope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't think I noticed that, huh? My bad. I don't speak on everything I noticed, but I noticed a lot of dope shit you do.
I thought that was. I didn't think you liked. I thought that was distracting. That's why.
Nah, I like that better than when people do their little whatever that space screen is behind or whatever. I like that a lot better. I thought that was creative. That was innovative in my opinion, man. My bad. I should have let you know, man. This is why it's so important to give people their flowers, man.
I got something for that then. Cuz.
Peace. What's happening?
Peace.
What's going on?
Up, brother?
Hey, B, how y'all?
All right. How you doing, bro?
Doing well. How about yourself? Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you as well, man. Been hearing a lot about you. Been looking forward to catching up with you, man.
Absolutely. Well, today's our day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's day one at least, right?
Yes, sir. That's my plan anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You told me, man. I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Okay.
Yeah. We on board, man.
My bad. Go ahead, Kareem.
Nah, I'm saying I'm just this is a great opportunity and we want to build, and I know Cuz got some great insight and some great knowledge to share. So I'm just glad to have you, glad to have you considering all that you've been through in the time. And we're gonna get into that, in a little bit. And I just wanted y'all brothers to meet because Damon is like almost like a father, like type figure, like how I look at him. And Pitchfork is like my brother. So we all family. So
there it is. So that makes you my nephew, right?
Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I hear you got quite a story, man, or quite a number of stories, man. I'm looking forward to all of them, man.
Yes. Kareem was asking me about the platforms, or rather, I'm getting up on it through him.
Yeah.
And one of the platforms is the YouTube. So I have nothing on it yet, but this is my vision. Page that I have is called the GRYSKLL.
Okay.
In the oral tradition. And if you know what that is, you already know what it means.
Exactly. I already know what you're talking about.
And unfortunately, too many people don't know. And there's a necessity. The GRYSKLL was not just a person who told stories. This is what they think. He was also a historian. He kept our history.
Preserved the history.
Indeed. And we told our history. We knew it by word. When Alex Haley made the movie Roots, and how he was telling his story, that was a regular practice among our people. You would tell, everybody would come together, you would find an elder, and they would tell you what your parents did, and what they did, and what their parents did. So we knew each other better, through those tales. I think I have one little paragraph on the YouTube page, and it has to do with the fact that we're in a different age now, right? So the stories have to be told in a different medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Right? Through the years, our people have done that, told these stories through different mediums. I'm not going to go very far back, but we can start with the Negro spirituals, right? Yeah. We understand what the good ship Jesus really was for us. How we traveled in it. And, wading in the water. We was trying to escape. We had numerous songs telling our story.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you struck a nerve right there, yo.
Okay.
You struck a nerve because that's one of the things I like to do in my music, man. I'm singing my pain. I'm saying I hate this shit, yo. I'm saying it, but I'm not saying it. But I'm not saying it.
Not
like,
blatantly, yeah.
If you're not in tune, you ain't gonna hear it. You're not gonna hear the message. And that's how just like we could sing those songs like you said. And what is this?
If you didn't know, you didn't know. And that it's traditional with us, right? So, you know, we know that the sister ran that Underground Railroad, and they would sing them songs about where to meet and when to meet. But you know, they picking cotton.
Follow the drinking gourd.
Right.
Follow the drinking gourd.
See, there's a lesson in the story.
Yes.
So this is what they did, but you know, that transformed over time because our pain changed and our environment changed and our medium changed. And the next thing it became was jazz or blues because we had to sing that pain.
Yes.
You know,
like the way you string this together.
Right. You know, that was bondage without a chain. We had to sing that a little different because we got a little loose. We had clubs, we had places to go.
Yeah, we could swing a little bit.
We had some seasoning we could put in the food now.
Yeah. You know, it was still the shit we picked up off the ground and stuck in our pocket and brought back to the shed that we seasoned it, but now we got something with some flavor. You know, and
bring it to hip hop, baby. Bring it to hip hop.
What's next? You know what's next, right? Yeah. You know, we went through.
Yes, sir.
Well, actually, there's a pit stop in the middle.
Okay.
And that was in the 60s, Black Power movement.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was a little different when Marvin sang them inner city blues.
Word too.
Yes. Yeah. And that was the transition.
My man James Brown too, man.
Come on, man.
Don't forget my man.
He was the voice of the revolution.
Yeah.
Man, how many artists? How many? How about every basic? If you came out in that time,
you were making a statement.
He was making that statement because that's what was being told.
Well, why do you think it's changed? Because it's fucked up now, and you don't hear that statement like you did back then.
My opinion, you know, and I have a lot of those, is that, hey, there's this feeling like I say, I have a problem with entitlement. Let's not talk about that right now. But for the artists now, it's more about living the fantasy than dealing with the reality.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo.
Critical to the situation, especially if you have a certain type of
education. That's crazy, man.
I be hurting you. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing like some good black mold to get you going in the morning. Nothing like some good old black mold. Oh, you can see I'm cleaning up though. It's a fucking B-roll. I know you do your magic. It's only a 2-minute song. Just need something for him. Document the Voyager before it's gone. Bye bye baby, my baby. Okay, my first take didn't work. We're gonna try something else, yo. Fuck it.
To make an iller spit up to my image.
Image to make a iller spit up the my image. Image to make a iller spit up the my image. Image to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, I'm so fly and I'm hurting it.
No pajamas. Nothing but uppercuts to the chin. I'm trying to put your face flat on the ceiling. On some cartoon, deep throat a harpoon. You seeing that like a blue or pink moon. Image is in charge. Image said black masculinity is dead. I can't have two wives, but two men can wed. That's dumb as fuck. Think Easter eggs. IMO, IDK. The art allows me to say what I wanna say. Image this. What would you do in a zombie apocalypse for a Klondike? How much risk? Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, come again. That's a diss. Flavor Flav, the Kodak Black. Image that. It's a meme. Tick-tock, time, you can't get back.
To make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, I'm so fly and I'm hurting it.
Put a bra on, baby girl.
I'm good. No, thank you.
50 said we all can't win. Some of us gotta lose. Tell Fifth that's true. They judge me cause of my shoes. They judge you cause of the drugs you don't use. Rihanna could sing, but she sells draws too. What you believe makes it real. Imagine how it feels not being able to pour piss from a boot with the instructions on the heel. Image is a deal. The media shook hands with Medea and stayed for the meal. No rocks thrown, so don't squeal. Little piggy will make a larger size, no biggie. I mean, yes, biggie, more please. Crowns with capes, we got seeds to feed. Representatives of an extraordinary league. Baby girl is gorgeous without a weave.
To make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image. Image, to make a iller spit up the my image.
But y'all wanna wait and see
Image.
I'm so
It's a song, but y'all wanna see an image.
Yeah, I want to hear how you break this down.
And this is what they're promoting. So they act out these fantasies, right? Things that they've never done, things they'll never do, things they probably don't even want to do, right? But it's all about image over substance. Because when you talk that $10 million shit, if you ain't got $10 million, there's no substance to the image, right? I don't have that. I can't. I'm just not built that way. I don't like to. Front. I could be broke as a joke, but I'm still a king. It don't matter.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And I believe, like, you know, when Chuck D came out, he said, "This is hip hop is the ghetto CNN." Right? He said, "This is where we get our news. This is where we find out what's really happening." And it's not so much finding out what's happening. We in the street. We know what's happening. But finding out how other people like us feel about it is what we did through, you know what I mean?
And for some of us, we didn't know what was happening. Because me, I was in the suburbs. So I got my news through hip hop. And that's why I learned to get in touch with the culture. And that's why I learned that there was a culture to even get in touch with, that I was missing out on, it, that I didn't have as a part of my life. So, yeah.
So just what you said is the vital part, because it reached you because that voice was authentic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That voice was authentic. So you could say, okay, I'm really learning from this. Today, that's not the truth. It's people pretending to be whatever, right? It's just, so like I say, it's too much fluff for me.
I want to ask you about, because these are things I'm asking you, like, this is public right here. We know we gonna censor it how we need to censor it, but It's a lot of missing pieces from my childhood. And
Yes,
I know you talk about, you know, we're from the Bronx.
Yes, we are.
And like you were in the parks when this thing was materializing. Like that's what I wanna know some more about that. Like, was I there? Was I in the park as a baby? Was I there?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Tap in with hip hop heads around the world and they'll tell you, real ones. There was 2 places that was convenient for me and viable for me to take you. Now you were like 4 years old, but 2 notable hip hop venues we attended like weekly was like the Hoe Avenue Boys Club in the Bronx and the Kips Bay Boys Club in the Bronx.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
History.
Little child of hip hop, man.
Yeah. So you've been behind the ropes, you know, with cool DJ Red Alert when he had the big afro and the red goatee. It was amazing. You know what I mean? You've been behind the ropes with the DJ Afro Bambaataa, you know, because the father of the Mighty Zulu Nation is, you know, he kept the parties popping. I was personally close with Mr. Freeze, a member of the Jazzy 5 MCs from the Soundview area. You know what I mean? That was a partner of mine. I want to say rest in peace to Emory Baxter, DJ Easy B. He died a couple of years ago. He's an unknown icon in hip hop.
Easy B?
Easy B, Emory Baxter.
Emory Baxter.
Easy B. DJ Easy B, you said?
DJ Easy B. That was my partner, man. He will be missed. But
rest in power.
Rest in power, yeah.
So in the parks, so we used to do 100 Park up there by the Soundview area. We used to go to all the project jams. Soundview, Bronxdale, Bronx River, Monroe, Castle Hill. We did all of them. And, you know, I dragged you everywhere. That was my life. You know, prior to 1980, I was a DJ. You know, after 1980, I was an MC.
Okay, Jazzy D.
Sir. MC, Jazzy D, that was me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Word, okay.
Yeah, I did a party New Year's Eve, 1980, 79, turning to 1980. I DJ'd the party from 6 to 12, and I MC'd the party from midnight on. I stopped DJing after that.
Wow. Why is that?
Because I was focusing on my microphone. I was about them verses. Them words spoke to me.
You were about the craft. You were about the craft.
Yes. You know, I had an incident. I'm going to tell a story. I always got a story.
Okay, what year is this that we're talking about here?
December 31st, 1979.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
I know exactly what it was.
We're setting the stage.
1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had an incident recently with somebody who said, you know, we had a conversation. You know, you have a dialogue with somebody and you'll come to whatever agreement. Later on, one party doesn't hold up their end of the agreement. It says, oh, this is not what you said. And I had to tell them, I'm like, listen, you don't know me that well. I am a wordsmith. We can discuss.
Shout to D Rhymes.
What you said, but I know exactly what I said. I always choose my words carefully.
I'm like that.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I said, there's no way to discuss what I said being different than what I said. You know, not for me. I said, I'm an immovable object on that point. So, you know, long story short, I've always been about vocabulary. Like I was one of them dudes who was blessed to read the autobiography of Malcolm X before I went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, so you were awake. You walked in the doors awake.
Right. And in the book, you know, one of the big things in his story was the fact that when he was in jail, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him, you want to increase your education, read the dictionary, get your vocabulary up first. So he did that. Eventually I did that. You don't remember every word in the dictionary. You read it at least once. It's in there.
Yeah.
So very often you have the ability to recall. Sometimes you don't. Shit happens. You know.
See, we have that in common. I'm very particular about what I say too. I'm very particular. I'm in the phrases. Like in conversation, I'm particular about what I say, and in my rap, I'm in the phrases. But I think that's the family thing.
Well, you know, and you know, hip hop.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and hip hop.
Particular.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you're very meticulous with your choice of wording when you in your rhymes. I see you're very particular. You're very specific with what the words you choose to use and where you choose to place them. So yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of thought that goes into exactly which words you choose.
And this is, you know, completely contrary to mumble rap as we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even like. To me, that's not like, that's like that phrase conspiracy theory. Like that's something that the FBI or whoever, the powers that be created, because like that's not, I don't even,
it's like
hip hop is what it is. Hip hop is those elements. It's the elements. And just because you say you're hip hop, that doesn't mean it's hip hop. And mumble rap, I don't even like, I don't even know. I don't have no feel. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like,
we understand there's a difference between hip hop and rap, period, right?
Yes, sir. Rap is just an act. That's what you do.
It's a business.
So that's where the mumblers is at. Them is rappers. Them ain't
most of them, because there's a couple of them that actually doing something nice with it. Like if you can listen to it, it's hard. Just like in every subgenre of hip hop, there's somebody that's true to it with what they're doing. And there's a couple of them that do it, but they don't live by that style. Like if you're doing that mumbling, you're not doing that on every single song, and you do it with intention when you do it, with a purpose.
Right.
Yeah. Most of them not doing it with a purpose.
No, see, and I even understand the style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like KRS came with that offbeat style. Instead of rhyming on that last beat, he would make the rhyming word in the middle of the bar. It was
cool
crazy.
Cool
key. Yo, that shit was crazy, but it worked. And I understand, like, altering your voice to ride a beat. You know, that's how you ride the track. Famous, Busta Rhymes, Old Dirty Bastard. They make that alteration to ride the beat to fit the song, not just, you know, every single verse.
You got it.
Yeah.
I need to hear what you're saying, because that's the other thing. Quote unquote non-mumble rappers, they want you to hear what they're saying because they put work into the words. I need you to hear what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Say that. Wait. Say that again, yo. God damn.
That's it. Wow.
Damn, yo. God damn.
Broke down why most of us don't like it.
That's the whole point. I took the time. God damn.
Right. I took the time. Please listen.
So these words are worth a listen.
Yes.
You know, and taking my time to make sure that you can hear clearly and you not mistake.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And like we talk about all the genres of rap. So we know that in hip hop, the the people who get the worst rap is the gangster rappers. And it's not because of gangster rap. It's because of individuals who do it.
True to it.
You know, who ain't true to it. Because those people ruin it for everybody else.
Nice.
You know? Because, and I hear it often, you know, some real ones will come through, is like, you know, I know it when I hear it, and that's not authentic. Again, it's the words don't reach me when they talk that gangster shit, and I know they not really the gangster type. Right? And I'm like, that's not really you. It's inauthentic, so it takes something away from me. And then now I know people who've been through the trenches, and this is a vehicle out. And I'm like, man, ride this beast.
I'm glad you
tell
said
that story.
I'm glad you said that, because I wanted
your story to tell.
Right, it's your story to tell. Tell it, and I can feel it if you do. You know,
I'm glad you said that. I want to build off what you just said, because that made me think of cats like Just Ice, or just cats from back in the day who came from the street element, and when they did music, they was trying to like be something else. Like it was cats that was in the streets that would do music that they didn't want to be in the streets. And it's like nowadays cats kind of like they not in the streets, and then they want to glorify that, like not realizing the consequences. Like for you, cause I want to talk about some of those consequences, like of those, you know, cause I know a lot of people today are followers, and I deal with some. I talk to the kids in my neighborhood that walk up and down the street, and they a lot of them just want to do what they see someone else do. They don't even have the courage to decide on their own if they like something. They need someone else to tell them if it's good for them to like it. And I just want to know, like, what are those consequences for you? Like, tell me some of your beginning, the story, like those bad choices that you made.
Got a lot of those.
Like, where you
Trust me, listen, you don't end up where I did for as long as I did without making a whole bunch of bad choices in your life.
So maybe we start with that, so we let everybody know what story we getting ready to get into, and we gonna tell here. Do you want to talk about how long you did and
hey, I ain't got nothing off them.
And you ain't got to, I don't want to care about what you necessarily did if that's not what you want to talk about. That's not what I'm digging for, but just like so people know like where your breadth of knowledge is coming from.
Yeah. That I'm all for it. And it's been a recurring discussion among myself and some friends who are, you know, a part of that demographic of the formerly incarcerated, which is too many black men. But yes. So, you know, we discuss it all the time, and we come from a culture where everything is kept close to the vest.
Yeah.
We didn't have Instagram, and believe me, nothing we did would have been on there. He was concealing, not revealing our bad behavior. That being said, that becomes a habit.
I wanted to, because I'm thinking about what I'm really thinking. I'm thinking about these kids today who, like, recently, I don't know the cat's name, but someone got killed. It was a rap artist. He got killed. And it's on that street level stuff, right? And yeah, that's real weak, right? And I guess I'm trying to get my words together, man, because I want somebody to see this and understand how serious making those choices, like how serious not controlling your behavior can be. Like every battle isn't worth fighting. I guess that's what I want to, you know, get across. Like, every battle ain't worth fighting and risking your freedom for. You know what I mean? for life.
There's something called strategy too. There's an art to war.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
The milk before the meat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So those consequences and how we get there. So like I said, it starts with those bad decisions. Now, our behavior is learned and observed behavior. And unfortunately, it's gotten pretty bad. But like I say, it's all about a fantasy. It's not even about something real. It's about a fake image that this is how you're supposed to be. So I let me say this. I sat in a little circle among some brothers and we talked about it. And I've said this to you before. What I think are the two most dangerous words in the black man's vocabulary.
Okay.
Fuck it. Because I guarantee you can go to any prison yard and 98% of the people on there will say, what was the last thing you said before you did what you did? Wow. Fuck it.
Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. Focus on the music, not on the minutes. You are in charge, you set the limits. Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. You are in charge, you set the limits. Skip, say less, you sound disingenuous. Stephen A. Mess, smart words, dumb sentences. Bench press, take video, I want witnesses. Full stretch, possibilities are limitless. New York Jets, raise a trophy is past due. For real, New York Mets, I'm orange and you're blue. Come on, shoot the J, break an ankle on the way. AI taught him, maybe harder way. My floor parquet, real butter wordplay. We suffocate, say we're tougher. Obey, get the championship one day. Hard training, one way. Focus, field day. String them up, it's a relay. Feet don't fail me. Pray for a coach like Don Staley. Nod your head like Don Staley. Nod your head like Don Staley. Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. Focus on the music, not on the minutes. You are in charge, you set the limits. Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. Gotta get it, got to get it. You are in charge, you set the limits.